పశ్చిమాసియాలో ప్రస్తుత పరిస్థితి ఎక్కువ రోజులు కొనసాగితే భారత్పై తీవ్ర ప్రభావం ఉంటుందని మాజీ దౌత్యవేత్త పశ్చిమాసియా వ్యవహారాల నిపుణుడు తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్ అభిప్రాయపడ్డారు. ఇంధన భద్రత, 10 మిలియన్ల భారతీయుల సంక్షేమం పశ్చిమాసియాతో ముడిపడి ఉన్నాయన్నారు. సౌదీ అరేబియా, ఖతార్ లాంటి దేశాలు ట్రంప్పై ఒత్తిడి తెచ్చి శాంతి స్థాపనకు కృషి చేయాలంటున్న తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్తో ఈనాడు ప్రత్యేక ప్రతినిధి ML నరసింహారెడ్డి ముఖాముఖి.
అమెరికా, ఇజ్రాయెల్ కలిపి ఇరాన్పై దాడులు చేసి ఇరాన్ సుప్రీం లీడర్ ఖమేనీని హతమార్చడం, తర్వాత వారం రోజులుగా ఇద్దరి మధ్య బాంబుల యుద్ధం కొనసాగుతుంది. ఇది పశ్చిమాసియాలో తీవ్ర ఉద్రిక్తతకు దారితీసింది. ఇరాన్ గల్ఫ్ దేశాల్లోని అమెరికా ఎయిర్ బేస్లపైన ప్రతిగా దాడులు చేస్తుంది. ఈ ప్రభావం ఇంధన రంగం పైన కూడా తీవ్రతంగా చూపుతుంది. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో పశ్చిమాసియా పైన అపార అనుభవం కలిగినటువంటి దౌత్యవేత్త, సౌదీ అరేబియా, ఖతార్, యునైటెడ్ అరబ్ ఎమిరేట్స్లో 11 సంవత్సరాల పాటు అంబాసిడర్గా పనిచేసినటువంటి తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్ మనతో ఉన్నారు. ఈయన ఆ దేశాల్లో పనిచేయడమే కాకుండా వెస్ట్ ఏషియాలో పరిస్థితులపైన ఇప్పటి వరకు రాసిన 3 పుస్తకాలు ప్రపంచంలోనే చాలా ముఖ్యమైనవిగా ప్రజాదరణ పొందినాయి. దీంతోపాటు ఇంధన రంగంలో కూడా ఆయనకు అపారమైన అనుభవం ఉంది. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో ఈ ఇరాన్ పైన జరిగిన దాడి ఇది ఏ పరిణామాలు దారితీస్తుంది, ఎన్ని రోజులు కొనసాగుతుంది, దీని దుష్ప్రభావాలు ఎలా ఉండబోతున్నాయి తదితర అంశాల గురించి మనం ఈనాడు ఈటీవీకి ఇచ్చిన ఇంటర్వ్యూలో తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్ వివరించబోతున్నారు. ట్రంప్ సేస్ నో డీల్ విత్ ఇరాన్, ఓన్లీ అన్కండిషనల్ సరెండర్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇంప్లికేషన్స్?
What the US president wants. He has also called for unconditional surrender from the Iranians. That is a very tall order. No country in the world offers unconditional surrender, particularly against an aggressor. So it is very difficult to believe that the United States president believes that after 5 days of bombardment, the entire population of Iran should be ready to fall at their knees in front of him. I'm not sure that he has thought through all aspects of the conflict that he has initiated. Many of the media, large sections of the American media have been discussing that there is no clarity about war aims in the United States. This is not new. This is even in the past when they attacked Afghanistan and Iraq, there were no war aims, and therefore you had a prolonged conflict, very heavy casualties in the Afghanistan and Iraq, hundreds of thousands of people killed, and yet the Americans were trapped in those two countries without any fallback position because they had not prepared for the insurgency and they did not know what their war aims were. So I think that we are looking at something very similar. What the Americans should be looking for is a fallback position where they can actually prepare for some kind of arrangement with the Iranians that would enable Donald Trump to announce to his people that he has won the war and that he is ready for peace discussions. I think certain countries which are influential in the region, such as Turkey and Saudi Arabia, should get into the picture, convey to the president the damage that is being done not just to Iran itself, but to the global economy and the well-being of the people, of millions of people. And they should encourage him to look for a diplomatic resolution to the conflict that he and Israel have initiated.
There is an allegation China and Russia are not fully cooperated with the Iran. So what is your view?
Both Russia and China have extended very substantial support to Iran. Neither has involved itself in conflict. Each of them, Russia is already embroiled in a conflict in Ukraine, and China has challenges in different parts of the world, but particularly in the West Pacific. The role that they have envisaged for themselves is diplomatic and in the area of development. That is where their crucial role will be required. At the moment, this is a mindless war, a pointless war, a war that has been inflicted upon the Iranian people by Israel and the United States. It cannot last for a long time. Yes, individuals, there will be casualties, there will be people who should not have been mistreated the way they have been. We particularly mourn the murder of Ayatollah Khamenei. But having said this, when you have irrational leadership in a certain country, you have certain horrible, unforeseen consequences. After the conflict is over, you need clarity, you need a sense of purpose and direction, and you need commitment. So I think that is where you will see the role of China and Russia. I think they will play a seminal role in providing stability to the region, encouraging Iran to pursue moderate politics and reintegrate Iran into the West Asian scenario. I would like to believe that India too will see itself as a partner in this endeavor.
Qatar minister told war will force Gulf to halt energy exports. If so, what is the impact in India?
We have heard from the petroleum minister that we have supplies for 25 days. We have also begun the import of Russian oil, which is, I think, available in fairly substantial quantities. But this is a precarious situation. It cannot last beyond 3 to 4 weeks. Today, the Iranian president has formally and publicly apologized to the neighboring countries of the Gulf and has affirmed to the region that Iran will not direct any missiles at those countries and their oil facilities. So I think that he has very skillfully and dramatically prepared the ground for a peace process. I think that the region should take advantage of this. There is a degree of reassurance that has come. But my suspicion is that the government in Israel is not interested in peace, not interested in a peace process, not interested in stability, because their prime minister benefits from ongoing conflict, and every time there is a talk of peace, he ensures that a new conflict is initiated. I think that he has very deep concerns about his personal arrest after there is peace. There could be the Supreme Court order that might intervene and pursue the criminal processes that have been directed against him. If there is an electoral, there also, I'm sure, sections of the Israeli people have seen through his game, and they would also like to know why he failed the Israeli people so significantly on 7th October 2023. He does not want any of these matters to be discussed, and he therefore sees his personal salvation, his personal interest in continued conflict. So I am worried about that. I feel that Iran has given an olive branch. This is a signal not only to the countries of the Gulf, it is also a signal to the United States. Donald Trump should seize this opportunity, declare that he has won the war, and then get into negotiations, pick up where the discussions ended last time, and then move forward with the alacrity that the seriousness of the situation deserves.
What are the implications in the energy sector, particularly in India, because of this West Asia war?
That India will depend on imports of oil and gas and possibly even coal for several years to come. I have studied projections made by different reputed institutions, Indian and foreign. Each and every one of them indicates that at least till 2050, India's energy mix will be dominated by fossil fuel to the extent of well over 80% and possibly even closer to 90%. We also will be import dependent for all these items. Therefore, this is at least up till 2050. Till we have announced that we will have zero emissions by 2070. That seems to my mind, given on the pace of green transition that we are looking at, while we will make progress, the dependence on fossil fuels and hydrocarbons will remain the same. It is in this background that we will have to ensure that the principal suppliers of our energy needs, the Gulf countries, enjoy an environment of stability. We therefore have to become proactive role players in the region. We cannot any longer believe that there are other players who will take care of peace and stability and that India need not be involved. India's crucial interests are involved here. There can be no development, no progress, no growth without energy security. And we have now got a warning an alarm bell has rung loud and clear that there is a scenario in West Asia when all the countries could be involved in serious threat, and that there could be, and that their energy resources could be crippled, and that prices might shoot up well beyond anything we had anticipated. India has a dual challenge of prices as well as of supplies. Both of these are being are a source of deep concern to India. One with the damage to the oil facilities, B to the closure of the Hormuz, and C the threat extended by the Houthis about closing Bab al-Mandeb. So we have to really, the message that I have read from this horrible war is one and very clear, that India must be very robustly, very actively, very deliberately involved in various peace processes that are likely to be initiated in the region. Ultimate aim for India and other interlocutors should be a regional peace and stability that encompasses all the countries of the region. That is the only way we can ensure that the differences different countries have with each other can be addressed in a peaceful manner and in a manner that is fair and just.
పశ్చిమాసియాలో ప్రస్తుతం నెలకొన్న ప్రభావం వలన రానున్న రోజుల్లో ఇంధన రంగంపై తీవ్ర ప్రభావం ఉంటుందని చెప్పి తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్ అభిప్రాయపడ్డారు. భారతదేశానికి ఇంధన సరఫరా, ఇంధన ధరలు ఈ రెండు, దీంతోపాటు పశ్చిమాసియా దేశాల్లో లక్షల మంది భారతీయులు ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి పశ్చిమాసియా అనేది భారతదేశానికి చాలా కీలకమైనది. భారతదేశం ప్రస్తుతం అనుసరిస్తున్న వ్యూహం సరైందే. దీంతోపాటు రానున్న రోజుల్లో పశ్చిమాసియాలో శాంతి స్థాపన కోసం భారతదేశం చురుగ్గా పనిచేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే భారతదేశానికి మొత్తం మనం ఇంధనం ఆయిల్ అన్నీ కూడా దిగుమతి చేసుకుంటున్నాం. అట్లే లక్షల మంది మన ప్రజలు అక్కడ ఉన్నారు. వీటన్ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని రానున్న రోజుల్లో భారతదేశం మరింత ప్రొయాక్టివ్గా శాంతి స్థాపన కోసం మిగిలిన దేశాలతో కలిసి పనిచేయాలని చెప్పి తల్మీజ్ అహ్మద్ అభిప్రాయపడ్డారు. ML Narasimha Reddy, ఈనాడు బ్యూరో చీఫ్, హైదరాబాద్.